Hello guys, let's continue with 2018 prelims analysis MCQ number 71 to 80. Okay, so I'm speeding up the video series also now because earlier I used to upload one video at a day, like now maybe two videos or three videos per day will come, so that your learning gets completed faster. Okay, because prelims is nearing. I don't think it will get postponed again unless something drastic happens. So see to it that you do this, because how much ever you study, okay, because you claim, I have students who claim that I have done Spectrum 2 times, Lakshmikant 5 times. It is all good, but ultimately in the exam hall for 2 hours, especially in this corona situation and all, where your pressure, mentally pressure will be too much. If you don't know the skill of solving questions, you will not clear this exam. Okay, you may find it rude or you may find it harsh, but that is the reality. Okay, every year we see very very bright students who can write brilliant mains answers, okay, but they don't know how to solve prelims questions. So please see to it that this series is watched in every episode from 2019 episodes, 18, and now I'll be doing 17, 16. Everything, please see to it that you understand and listen. Okay, not just getting the answer key. More than the right answer, you have to study the wrong answers. Okay, why it was wrong. So please see to it that you study this. And for students, like when you don't have support, okay, like nobody is going to support you, especially when it's a dream like UPSC and you're trying for 2 3 times. People come and tell you this statement most often, like you tried 2 years and you are not even able to clear prelims. This is the dialogue which they tell. So they don't know that prelims is the biggest eliminator, and prelims is more difficult than your mains or interview. Okay, that is how it is. Okay, maybe you have never wrote mains or never reached the interview, but I'm telling you, mains and interview are much more easier, and your competition is also lesser when it comes to prelims. Okay, you study something and you have the liberty to write whatever you want there, but prelims is something where the question and answer both are there in front of you and you have to choose it. So that selection skill you have to study, so you don't bother about the hate comments or the what to say, somebody demotivating you. Don't see to it. Okay, you just keep working hard. One day you will clear, and that is when they will believe you. Okay, till then they are not going to support you, but please see to that you keep studying. Okay, so we will do whatever we can to keep you motivated. That is why these kind of motivational quotes also daily we are posting also in both community tab in YouTube, Facebook, and also in WhatsApp. I'm directly sending if you are interested. Okay, you just have to send me a message like start motivation. When you send that start motivation, that is a code, and immediately you will be added to the list where daily you will get motivational quotes. Okay, so subscribe to this channel because we are ready to do the effort for you, but we need the support also in the form of just subscription, nothing else. There is no payment, there is no charges, nothing. You just click on subscribe and daily videos will come, one or the other, for UPSC. Okay, and it will be the best content which is made on the internet also. So please support with subscription. We will continue the series. So today the first one is a difficult question which you have to skip if you have not heard, because every year now UPSC is asking a Buddhism Jainism term and asking what is it related to. One problem here is like if it's a Hindu term or a Muslim term, with the name itself you can understand it's a Hindu term or Muslim term, but because Jainism and Buddhism, the ideology were 99% is matching, the timeline was matching, everything is like the reason which it started was matching, how it ended is matching, everything is same, so their word and naming conventions are also matching. So you cannot differentiate between a Buddhism term and a Jainism term unless you are actually following that religion. Okay, so that is the reason this one you can just by heart it, but question will not repeat 99%. They'll invent a new word next year. And what coaching institutes tell is, after the exam, this was mentioned in that particular ABC textbook or XYZ textbook, but that is a method for them to sell more and more textbooks to you. Please don't study art and culture keywords like this from 1,000 textbooks. Maximum 10 questions are going to come in your exam, which is art and culture plus medieval plus ancient. Okay, modern history alone will come 20 questions, 18 questions, 20 questions. So don't invest a lot of time and books into this topic. It will not be useful for you. And just by heart this, it is a Jainism term. And again, I always tell you, they did not ask this randomly. This was in news in 2017 time. Okay, if you see, this is the news item. If you see 2017, it was in news. That is why it was asked in 2018. It was clearly mentioned also it is related to Jain. They will not ask you any detailing about it. They will just ask you what is it related to. Okay, so here if you see more details in Wikipedia page, you will see it's a Jainism thing founded by some merchant called some person, which is not important, but I'm just showing you so that you have some details about it. And here again this is a Murti Pujaka, this Deravasi and Mandir Margi. These are all related to this Shvetambara Jainism. Okay, because next year if they want to make it difficult, they will ask which sect of Jainism also. So you should know it is Shvetambara. Okay, so just by heart this blue color keywords what you're seeing, nothing else will be asked. Okay, and nothing else is required also. Question number 72. Okay, with reference to the cultural history of India, consider the following. This is the question which we don't like as an institute also, and students also will hate it. Okay, there are thousands of bodies. The founder or the maker itself, nobody is going to study architecture, and they are asking the material which is used to build it. Okay, like, and it's wrong also. This answer key what they are given is wrong. Okay, the white marble was used in making Buland Darwaza and Khanka at Fatehpur Sikri. Okay, so who was behind this itself, you will not study sometimes, and they are asking this white marble. Okay, and I'll tell you the answer, but before that, we'll read this. Red sandstone and marble were used in making Bada Imambara and Rumi Darwaza at Lucknow. Okay, so this was actually in news, but this is not used. It's actually brick and plaster. Lucknow, all the buildings of historical importance were about to, like, in the verge of collapse and all these things. So that is why it was in news. I was told it is made of brick and plaster. So this is false. 2 is false. So this one, if you know the current affair, you can eliminate this thing, like 2 is false. Now about this one, white marble was used. Okay, so in Wikipedia page it is mentioned it's actually used. Okay, but answer key when it came, they are telling it is false. Like, it was not used. So they are telling the answer key, this one you have to by heart it. Okay, so if you see here, fragile monuments of Lucknow may die in 75 years. It's an old current affair, but it was again there in TV channels and all these things. So if you see brick and plaster, that is the common things used there for all the old monuments in Lucknow and this Rajasthan and something and all. Compared to that one, okay, it is weak. And then this one, Rumi Darwaza, but this thing was mentioned in same article. And this is the thing, Buland Darwaza, if you see, white and black marble, okay, was used in decorating the courtyard. So it was used actually. So if you see, this has to be true, but answer key telling it is false. Okay, so that way you will get the answer as neither 1 nor 2. Which one of the following foreign travelers elaborately discussed about diamonds and diamond mines of India? So this again in I think Tamil Nadu textbook it is there, and NCERT I have to again cross check whether it is there or not. We had covered recently. This was not done in our earlier test series. Now we have updated it because we were also not covered this. Okay, but we always updates after every exam gets over. So there was a diamond mines trip which he went after coming to India and all. So he is related to that, and this was a question which we had about him. There was a question, but it was not this thing. So if you see, he has written about Shah Jahan and Aurangzeb. Okay, this person. This is about him, and in the Wikipedia page, it's again told like a purchase of some blue diamond. That is why he was popular for. So you can again by heart whatever is given in blue color here. Okay, because this person becomes important for you now, and not only him. Whatever you see here, these 3 persons now it's important in your this thing because UPSC has these persons' name. That means anything related to this person can come in the next year. So just Google Wikipedia, read the first 2 lines and see first paragraph, and then note down what they are important, what they're famous for. That is alone. That's the only thing you need to do. Please don't do it from very big books. Question 74. Again, this was not clearly mentioned in any textbooks, but in December 2017 there was a news item. Okay, same like that first question of Jainism. Maitreya is future Buddha. Okay, so after this, now again we have introduced a question with more details about this in our test series. Okay, so in Pali it is pronounced differently. So that we have this is for 2021. Okay, for the new batch we have included this question so that you get details about this. Okay, so this is future Buddha is this thing you have to by heart. And again, as I told, these 3 terms. Now what is this? You have to know. Okay, Padma Pandey is already asked 2 times in UPSC. So obviously I think you will be knowing, but other 2 terms you have to go and find out. So art and culture, history and all this is like, there's nothing much more to teach. Okay, it's there directly in standard textbook and you have to just by heart, or it is in news. Which one of the following statements does not apply to the system of subsidiary alliance? So this is a direct spectrum question. But I'll tell you another question where UPSC did a very poor kind of question where it's related to Wellesley again. That question will come, but before that we'll discuss this. So which one of the following is not applied to subsidiary alliance? So maintain a large standing army, it was there. To keep India safe from a Napoleonic danger, it was there. British paramountcy over the Indian states, that was also there. This is the one not there, to secure a fixed income. This subsidiary alliance is not for income. Okay, this one I have taught you directly in my spectrum. This is I think chapter 3 or 4. You can go and see. So all the administrating things I have taught you, ring of fence is there, subsidiary alliance is there, and after this doctrine of lapse also will come, about which also questions have come. So if you see here, all these things were for same thing only. British wanted to show their power over the Indian army. Okay, so it will be mentioned here. See, external threat, that is this Napoleonic danger. Then subsidiary for the stationing army, that is here, permanent army under the expense of Indian rulers. British resident will be placed, meaning they cannot do anything without discussing with this person. So that is what it is showing. It is showing the British paramountcy only. So A, B, and D we have taught you. So obviously, which is not applying is the C. Okay. So spectrum, please do my entire series 2-3 times as you are claiming that you have done, but please do it and by heart the points also, because questions are coming directly from it. Okay. Question number 76 again solvable if you focused on what I taught you on spectrum again. English education. Okay. So Charter Act 1813 is there, General Committee of Public this thing is there, Oriental Anglicist is there. Okay. So 1 and 3 directly it is there, but again these options were like this. So you will have a little bit extra knowledge will be needed, okay, to get the answer as 1, 2, 3. Okay. Because when we taught it also, if you see here Charter Act 1813 education, and it came to effect in 1823. Okay, so that is what is this one actually, General Committee of this thing 1823, but we did not mention that committee, but maybe I don't know, maybe in lecture I talked about it, but it's not mentioned in the slide. So this was a little difficult because the options were like this. Okay, the second statement maybe you did not know, but it's okay, at least now study this so that you will be able to solve it next time when it comes. Okay, entire thing in chapter number I think 14. Okay, education I've covered in very much detail. At least 10-12 committees are there explained with all personality names. Okay. This is again Charter Act 1813, where this evangelist came and they were promoting all the Western thing into it. That is why English education also was one of them. 1 lakh rupees was allocated. Okay, and obviously they will not allocate for Indian education. They are trying to bring in all the Western culture into this thing. So these both are spectrum slides in 2 different chapters. Okay, 2 different videos. Now this is again difficult unless you have traveled yourselves to Kodaikanal. You cannot solve this. Which of the following is artificial lake? Okay, so Kodaikanal is an artificial lake where you will be boating is there, cycling is there. Okay, it's a lake which is made there for tourism. So these are the details. You can just by heart about all these things now because this is important. Okay, because this Koleru and Renuka, because it's a Ramsar site and wetland, you will study and you will know it is a natural thing. Okay, freshwater lake. I think Koleru is I think the largest freshwater lake or something. So it will you will know, but still you are stuck with 2 hill stations, Nainital and Kodaikanal. So again, this question was difficult because of the options. Okay. So if you see here Nainital Lake, Naini Lake, kidney shaped, crescent shaped. So these are the keywords which UPSC will pick up and ask next time. Okay. Then here Renuka Lake is there in Himachal Pradesh. Okay. Lion Safari is there, named after goddess Renuka. This only. Okay. Whatever I show you on screen, this is the only thing you need to study. Nothing else will ask. UPSC will not play with lot of other extended GK. If they ask it, nobody will be able to answer. So just skip it. Okay. Koleru Lake more important for you because it's a Ramsar site and it is largest shallow freshwater lake in Asia. Okay, so like that, try to find out which is the largest saltwater thing also, because that also has been asked. So Ramsar Convention, local community, this Vaddi community. So like that, by heart these things. These are things which they will ask. Now with reference to Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, okay, the usual thing, they simply change the ministry. So if you know, it is not Ministry of Labour and Employment, it is Ministry of Skill Development, which this government is focusing too much. So 1 is wrong. If you know 1 is wrong, this will go away and this will go away, and they are directly telling you 2 is right. Okay, 2 is right means it, among other things, will also impart training in soft skill, entrepreneurship, financial and digital literacy. So this government, obviously, you know, they are like holistically, they are merging all the schemes and bringing everything. So this is true. Okay. And third one, it aims to align the competencies of the unregulated workforce of the country to the national skill qualification framework. So this also, it's like they are like not like now, earlier itself, this was the thing what labor ministry also was trying to do. Okay, like everybody to come in the regulation, everybody to be formalized. Okay, so that is true actually. In the website also, or the PIB link, January 2018, if you go, it's mentioned Ministry of Skill Development. The full goal of them itself is to align everyone to this one. National skill qualification framework, and this Kaushal Kendras are there, and many things they are doing for this thing. Okay, so Kaushal Vikas Yojana, Ministry Skill Development, they impart all these things, and the main aim is to align the workforce to national skill qualification framework. Okay, so as I told, parent body 99% will be false. Okay, use that trick next time. Now this one is not mentioned directly in spectrum, I think. So which is named to Swarajya Sabha. Okay, answer is All India Home Rule League, which you know Annie Besant and Bal Gangadhar Tilak made it around the time 1916. So in the Wikipedia page, first paragraph itself it is mentioned. So this was picked up from here. So you can just by heart it as of now and then go and study about these things. Okay, Hindu Maha, these 3 bodies are already asked. So find out who is the founder, which year it was formed, because UPSC is asking chronology questions now, which happened first, which happened last. So, and this is also called Justice Party, South Indian Liberation, of which also question came in 2019. This is by, I think, Gopalakrishna Gokhale. Try to find out. Okay, I'm not remembering everything correctly, but all these are covered in my spectrum. So try to find out these things, because UPSC will again repeat. Okay, and I don't want my students to miss out on modern history questions, at least, because I have taken a lot of efforts to teach you almost every factual thing, which is every year being asked also. So please see to it that you study that. Now this one is again a difficult question, because the years you may or may not by heart. It's all close by also, but it's all spectrum. Okay, all the four things are spectrum. Okay, Swami Dayananda, I think it's 1875, Arya Samaj. Then this Deen Bandhu Mitra Neel Darpan, maybe in the 60s or something. Then this Anand Math again 1882 or something, and this one is there in your polity. Okay, these three are spectrum actually, and this is Lakshmikant. Okay, direct Lakshmikant statement it is. You can go and search this; it will be there. If you see, this is 1858-59. Okay, like after the Indigo Revolt, if you know, that is the time when this Neel Darpan was written. So that logic, if you apply itself, you will get the year. And Lakshmikant, this is mentioned first to clear the civil service exam. Then 1875, it's mentioned in chapter 6 of Spectrum. And then this is 1882. This one, if you studied Sannyasi Revolt, it is there. Okay, because about that it's mentioned in this book. So these are direct spectrum questions, and you should not make mistakes. Okay, maybe you will be not able to recall all the years, but at least one or two things if you remember. They're just asking you who among the following happened earliest. Okay, so at least if this Dayanand Saraswati and this thing 75 and 82 you know, and Indigo Revolt you know when it happened, you can relate. Okay, so that is up to your memory power, but I'll try to make a video on how to remember dates and time and all, but it's very important for you. Okay, see to it that you by heart. So today's question was almost everything was history and very factual. So all you can do is study the right answer and the wrong answers. Okay, because the art of elimination is not about finding the right answer, it's about finding the wrong answer and removing them. Okay, that is how we can solve almost every question which comes in exam. Okay, remove the wrong answers, the right answer will automatically come out. Okay, 2020 students, all these things are covered in one or the other test in my series. So if you want to really revise from genuine sources, this is your PDF, online PDF, which you will get. Come and study next for 30-40 days. You have to revise too much content, and you have to recall it also in the exam hall. So see to it that you do it from the best source. If you are not doing YCIS, do from some other source which is like the most crisp and most to the point. Okay, from which actually questions will come in the exam. Okay, so all the best for preparation. I'll come up with the next video soon. Till then, enjoy your learning. Thank you and have a nice day.